What is up, everybody? To my Impact Wrestling review, which is also pretty much a double video, as in for a review and a prediction video, as the Redemption pay-per-view is this Sunday. It's a very interesting card to speak on, but I just want to blow through the review real quick because it's not a lot to talk about other than mostly hype video packages for this Sunday. So it wasn't really a lot of matches, or maybe it was a little build up to a couple things, but mostly everything was kind of really a video package, and the main event was really the pretty much the match back from WrestleCon with Austin Aries, Pentagon Jr., and Phoenix. Mostly before it was a lot of video packages, and we pretty much the first video package of the night was mostly everything that happened in a chronological time order or timeline to why we are in this main event match, as they pretty much went all the way back to the press conference they did back at WrestleCon during that weekend, and all the way to the no showing of El Patron at the Lucha versus Impact event. Pretty much then the next day, El Patron was fired, terminated from his contract after no showing, and mostly giving bullshit responses to it, and kind of made himself look like an idiot. But pretty much now making us a triple threat for the world title. Impact pretty much had to make the best out of a very bad situation, since El Patron no-showed him and screwed him over, even though I still believe, like many others have said, this guy just had too much heat on him, and he should have never really been in this company or even be put in a position that high up the card. Cause come on, look, I've already said before, look what happened with the Page situation. Look at many things before in WWE with him, and just and be nuts, but hey, we're the champions right now. Hasta la muerte después, so they never know what Steiner's gonna do. Mackenzie Mitchell also interviewed Jimmy Jacobs, which Congo Kong was there, which Jacob, I'm still not getting this gimmick with him sometimes. Talking about there, people like Mackenzie are handle things in life, and that Congo's going to shatter and mangle the body and cheekbones of Johnny Impact tonight. So that was going to go down. They played what else did they play? Video, like I said, a lot of video packages. One thing they didn't need to show was a match from Bound for Glory 2011 with Kurt Angle and Bobby Roode, which went on way too long, did not really need to be played. It had nothing to do with the pay-per-view this Sunday. And I know they want to get the GW win over, but don't play half the freaking match out there. And then I remember that odd finish that happened, so they could have did that for promoting the pay-per-view. That's what they could have done instead of doing whatever that was, playing that whole match. KM issued an open challenge to anyone in the back, and talked about jobbers like Brooklyn Brawler and others and stuff. KM pretty much destroyed Brian Cage. Brian Cage pretty much destroyed KM. Pretty much went in with an F5 really. So I'm gonna get into his match later on once I go through the whole match card for this Sunday at the pay-per-view. But I'll get into his match for Sunday. Jimmy Jacobs video package played, which was really good, better than the promos he's been doing on here. And talked about his own Congo Kong and how chaos is around, and saying he's not a bad guy, but he's willing to take out Johnny Impact. Pretty much a really good match with these two, I will say that. Pretty much ended in a no contest. Congo Kong was able to, the ref was pretty much taking out. Congo Kong pretty much took some steel steps as they held him up on the ring side, and pretty much hit Johnny Impact with a long dart as blood pretty much came from his nose then. Which I don't even know why they don't even have a match now for this Sunday. We're going to end this in a no contest. I'm sure they'll have a match added at the last minute, but they really should have one for this pay-per-view this Sunday, because it's not even finished yet. So, other than that, it was just video package after video package, and then I said the main event was mostly from WrestleCon. So, yeah, everything was just video packages really throughout this show. This was just the only ways to hype things in the Sunday for the pay-per-view. And just to go over the card itself real quick for Redemption tomorrow night, I will watch this. I'm probably not going to buy it, but was it $39.99 for this pay-per-view? You can go to the Fight TV to see it. The UK guys, they only get it for like, was it $7.99? They should have did that in America, because I don't even know if people want to pay for it. But I looked through this card. This is what I see right here for Sunday. It's not bad, but one is a Lucha Underground match, Drago versus Aerostar. Both guys are really that great. I've seen what they did in Lucha Underground. Drago's been here in Impact for a while, in the past, before kind of after Slammiversary, and it was cool to see him. So Aerostar is very great. These guys have tagged together before. If you haven't seen Lucha Underground, please watch these two. These guys are really that good. One thing, in the next match here, I feel like they're just feeding the X Division. Taiji Ishimori, Desmond Xavier, which you barely see this guy a lot. El Heel, Del Fantasma, Brian Cage, DJZ making his return to Impact, I should point out, since he hasn't been around in a while. And Trevor Lee in a 6-way match, which pretty much tells me Brian Cage is going to win. I don't know why we're feeding the entire X Division to him, which makes no type of sense. And I know they want to get him over, but they probably could have found another way too. Some people think this hasn't really gone anywhere since Lashley. What was it? He beat Lashley about 2 times, and that feud could have went on a little bit longer, and even to this pay-per-view. But Bobby Lashley's contract ran out, and we all know where Bobby Lashley is right now. He's in the WWE, so can't really say not much about that other than him. But he just had to rush it, and he's in WWE right now. So I can tell Brian Cage is gonna win this match just because it's just to get him over. And I don't know why it just has to be at the entire X Division expense, though. Next, we have Moose, Eddie Edwards, Tommy Dreamer versus OVE in a House of Hardcore match, which is most likely a hardcore match in general, other than the name of it being Tommy Dreamer's promotion. I would say Eddie Edwards and them would go over, but I know they still want to make OVE into a dominant force, but Eddie Edwards has to get a comeuppance on them somehow. So I want to say OVE by some type of cheating tactic, which I'm sure will be a crazy hardcore match, but Eddie Edwards is trying to get payback on him. Tommy Dreamer is just here just to, I don't know, Tommy Dreamer just shows out of nowhere hitting people with kendo sticks ECW style, so that's one thing. LAX versus Eli Drake and Scott Steiner for the tag team titles. I'm just going to say LAX because I don't know how well Scott Steiner can move in the ring nowadays. And I listened to the teleconference, which he said the reason why he wasn't going around that much because I believe he had shoulder surgery. And I listened to it. He said he's in better shape and he's been training, so we'll see. I don't know what Scott Steiner is going to do because Slammiversary was Slammiversary, so he didn't do that much. LAX is on a different level than him. Eli Drake is good, and both guys are grabbing the mic. I'm not really sure what to think about this tag match. We'll just have to find out and see what we get out of this. But right now, I'm just putting all my money on LAX's. But because what other team does LAX have to face around here? Literally, they have no other teams to face around in this promotion. They've beaten everybody. They beat OVE. They beat Decay. They beat that Veterans of War. Reno Scum left. The Cult of Lee lost. Like I said, OVE, but that feud is kind of, they couldn't jump the shark anymore with that. I don't know any other tag teams around here, so. And if you want to count the Lucha Underground thing when they went against the Mac and Killshot, that was a good match, but there's literally no tag teams in this company right now to face LAX. LAX has blown through everybody. Okay, like they have. So I don't really know what happens if after LAX wins, because they need some type of tag team to face them. They really do, because there's literally no tag teams around here. So I'm not really sure. Allie went against Su Yung for the Knockouts Championship. I see Allie retaining, but they can't make Su Yung look weak, even though she just kind of got there. I'm just going to say Allie's going to go over. Matt Sydal versus Petey Williams for the X Division Championship. I'm just going to say Sydal, just because Josh Matthews is there and he's going to probably help him cheat. So I'm not really sure what to think about all that. I'm just going to say Sydal's is going to go over just because. Because what Petey Williams is cashing his Feast or Fire case, which I thought they was moving this guy up to the heavyweight division, but I guess they're still having the X division around. They could have gave that to someone like Desmond Xavier for a match instead of putting Petey Williams back in there. So I'm not really sure on that whole thing. And in the main event, you have Austin Aries versus Phoenix versus Pentagon Jr. This will be a great match. I really hope it will be. I hope this crowd is actually hyped for this match too. Because like I said before, the difference between a Lucha Underground crowd and an Impact Zone crowd is very different. And this Impact Zone crowd has been very dead. So hopefully for this pay-per-view, they bring a lot of energy for this match. Hopefully they know who these guys are. Because I don't know if a lot of people know who these Lucha Underground people are. And if they don't know who Pentagon Jr. or Phoenix is, then they need to go look at Lucha Underground or see some clip of Lucha Underground. Or listen to whatever Matt Striker says about them to know everything you need to know on both of them to be in this match with Austin Aries. Like I said, they've only had 2 weeks to build this whole thing up. They didn't have a lot of time. El Patron screwed them over. So they're making the best out of a bad situation. And both of these two are really great in the ring. Sierra Medio, Pentagon Jr. is super over in Lucha Underground. Same with Phoenix. Both of them are real life brothers also. Put him with Austin Aries should be really great. So I see Austin Aries retaining anyways. I don't think he's losing, but I do see a great match coming out of this. It's 7 matches right here, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 7 matches for this pay-per-view tomorrow night. It's a good card. I'm hoping it's really good. A lot of this stuff can be very unpredictable. I don't know, I would say the main event of who's going to win. But some of these matches seem a little bit unpredictable just looking at who's in there. I see the whole Brian Cage winning that 6-way. LAX versus Eli Drake and Scott Steiner can go either way, but I'm just going to go with LAX. So, yeah, this show can go either way. But I will be watching this pay-per-view tomorrow night. I'm hoping it's really good. Hopefully a lot of people do check it out and have a great time watching it. Will I do live reactions? I'm not really sure on this one. But we will find out and see what we're going to do tomorrow when this show comes on, depending on how this is. Like I said, it's Fight TV, $39.99. I just don't know why they don't sell this for a cheaper price, especially if the UK guys are getting it for like $7.99 in the United Kingdom. So I don't know how many people are willing to pay for this, but I am going to watch the show tomorrow night. So yeah, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.